Girl, you ready? Come on, girl. We always start outside, whether we're on the mats or the grass, and then depending upon what we're gonna do, we usually end up in here somewhere, just to put them on the software inside in the video, and then who knows where we'll go from there. Could be short game, I don't know what they're gonna come with. Usually they wanna do full swing. Hit just a few, I'm gonna grab my iPad. We'll do a little filming out here. I know I wanted to get into golf, I didn't really know what. I kinda like teaching. Training from Jim McLean was one of my mentors. I look at different areas of the swing and like to see different things. Pretty good there. It gets just a little shut at the top.
I see.
But you have a good transition, the arms drop down nicely. As you can see all the tech that I have, this was kind of the start of the tech stuff. We always use video, but Jim used to draw on TVs with a calligraphy pen. As the years went on, we started getting more and more different things. If anyone knows me or if they ask something about tech, I love it. I always like taking things apart and putting them together. I don't know where it came from. And that's kind of like how I like the golf swing. That's a normal shape of your hand path, so it comes in and you go to a nice finish. So I was started with Titleist back in 2006. I've always enjoyed doing club fitting. I think it's helped me as a teacher, and I think being a teacher has helped me as a club fitter to see how the clubs will change someone's swing and different things like that. The clubs affect the player. And people don't really think about that. If a club's too light or too heavy, it can affect the way the player feels the face, and the lie angle obviously affects where the ball can go. Players will adapt to the club, or if it's too light or too flat or too up, they'll find a way to get it square. Yeah, it's better. Let's do a few more. One of the things that I learned from Jim, and he was really big on this, was he wanted to make sure his teachers can play. Because Jim was a great player himself. Tried to keep my game sharp. It's gotten tougher as I've gotten older. The body doesn't move as well.
What's kind of your system that you go through here? 6 easy, 6 medium, 6 hard kind of system?
We have our Governor's Cup qualifying tomorrow, which is our year-round match play season event for the men. Shay and I are out here picking pins for the qualifying tomorrow. So we've got to be aware of like pace of play. We're not trying to kill these guys in qualifying. So when we come onto the green, we pick like a general area that we want it to be. And then what I like to try to do is pick like an old ball mark. So we take that old ball mark out of play. It's 25 on from the front, 18 from the right. There's a ball mark right in the right spot. Shay hits a few putts, make sure it's not too crazy, and we'll go from hole to hole, and we'll 1 through 18 and pick the pins to set tomorrow. I grew up the son of 2 golf pros. I have a younger brother who's a golf pro. My dad is Connecticut Golf Hall of Fame. He was the head pro at Woodway Country Club for 47 years. I was lucky enough to grow up and watch how he treated his assistant golf pros. And I think one of the most important things is treating my staff the way I would want to be treated when I was an assistant. Jesus, what's up, brother? Gov Cup tomorrow. Tee times, player list, team list. You know who's coming. You know who to be ready for. You know what time to be ready for. Just full treatment when they come in, all right?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you very much. I kind of think of Tamarack kind of as like a university. I have a very young staff, but when it's their turn to start interviewing for head pro jobs, I don't want them to be confused about anything. I want them to have experienced the whole operation, have an understanding of the whole thing. So I give everyone an opportunity to learn by doing with my oversight. Growing up in the Met section, you have a full understanding of how difficult it is to get a head pro job and then keep a head pro job and be a head golf pro. And my relationship with Titleist has actually helped me in my venture. Being hired as a young guy in this industry, having the support of Titleist, they've helped me with my reputation and my brand in the area. It's just so hard to kind of get to where I'm at right now. I have nothing but appreciation for it, and now moving forward, the goal is to pay it forward and do the same exact thing that's been done for me, for my young guys, my assistants, helping them grow, helping them learn, eventually getting these guys their own head pro jobs. That's the legacy I'm trying to leave behind. I won the Westchester PGA 2 years ago. It was at Woodway Country Club where I grew up, where my dad was the head pro. The tournament started 1 year to the day of my dad's passing. I ended up playing my brother in the finals at the course that we grew up at the course my dad spent his whole life at. Started as a caddy when he was 6, retired as director of golf when he was 66. Take it a step further, the match ended on the hole where we buried my father. So this is my prized possession. It's one of the coolest things that's ever happened to me. Luckily, I came out on top. My brother, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, it's one of those God moments where that, you know, there was a little divine intervention going on that week. And it's a very special thing for me and my whole family.
My father started as a photographer in New York City in high school, really. Got into it at a young age. World War II ended and he opened up a studio in Manhattan. He had a great career as fashion and advertising photographer, and he got into golf as he started to shoot more and more professionals for different advertising campaigns. When he was about 70 years old, he had photographed Ben Hogan in 1959 at Wingfoot. He had these photographs of Ben Hogan, and then slowly tour players started to see them and they got some notoriety, and that's when his career kind of took a change. He stopped working so hard in advertising and fashion and gravitated over to golf. And golf brings you to the most beautiful places in the world, and he really liked that, and he loved golf. And more importantly, he raised a family in the game of golf. We're in the middle of a renovation. We've redone every tee box, every fairway, every bunker, and every green on the golf course. We've moved 5 greens just to kind of widen out the golf course and make it a little bit more fun and a lot more playable for the members. Golfers have more fun when they hit more greens. So we tried to make it a little bit bigger around the greens and a little bit more fun so that they have more challenging and more interesting up and downs, but they got a better chance to hit the green. We've got Aaron here, our golf course superintendent, Aaron Kraus. Thanks for all the help, Aaron, getting this place ready. We've had quite the renovation.
Yeah, it was a fun process. I mean, just looking back at what this looked like in August, it was bare dirt. You put seed down and you never expected it to grow up this quick. There's a lot of back and forth. I ask him a lot of questions. He asks me a lot of questions. I tell him if it makes sense or not to, you know, on my side, and he tells me what makes sense or not. We go from there with how we design the course.
I think that is the important part, is that, you know, it may look great on paper, but you have to play it. And then after that, he's got to maintain it. So all 3 pieces have to come together, and that's why it's been really good to work together. Because there have been times where I said, hey, it would be really great if we did this, and Aaron would say, I'm not sure I can keep that in perfect shape for the whole year if we do that. Some areas might be too narrow and they'd have to be wider because of foot traffic and cart traffic. So it's a team effort, and I'm really pleased with where we ended up. Well, this is Ben. Ben's our newest addition to the Golf Club of Purchase. And you know, one of the things that makes this place so special is that we let our members bring their dogs to the course. I actually have members that bring their dog trainers out so that the dog learns how to not chase a golf ball and how to stand to the side and not get hit by a ball or a club. Dogs are good for the soul. So even if you don't play well, if your dog has fun with you, it's just a great round. And I've always loved being in Scotland or Ireland and watching people play golf with their dogs. And you know, men and women are out playing and the dog's just walking along. So it's really changed the culture here. He'll be a great golf shop addition, and my staff is already excited. And you know, they're already excited to spend the day with the dog while I'm out teaching all day. The camaraderie within the Met section is strong. I mean, we believe we are the best section in the country, and a lot of it is from the playing and teaching. And I'd say that I'm part of the Titleist advisory staff, the leadership advisory staff, and we've got such a good network of professionals, and I know I can lean on any one of them. Any questions we have within the operations, I can lean on fellow Titleist guys like myself. But all in all, we play so much golf together within the Met section. Our educational programs are really strong. The camaraderie is really good.